Lecture topic: Becoming Better for Allah.
Historians have recorded Imam Shafi rahmatullah alayhi, or rather Imam Suyuti rahmatullah alayhi, who was a Shafi'i scholar. He has recorded this about Imam Abu Hanifah rahmatullah alayhi, that for 40 years he performed his Fajr Salah with the wudu of Isha. So in other words, the entire night he was engaged in Ibadat. So after Isha, he did not sleep. Now the background to this, that how did this start off? What brought him to now spend the entire night in Ibadat, which prior to that was not his general practice. He would wake up in the latter part of the night and engage in Ibadat. So the incident that became the catalyst for this was on one occasion he was walking past somewhere, and two old elderly women were somewhere on the side. So he overheard one saying to the other that, "Do you know who this person is who's passing?" So she said, "No." So he said, "This is the Imam Abu Hanifah. This is Abu Hanifah Nu'man bin Thabit. So do you know about him that he performs Ibadat the entire night?" Whereas that was not Imam Sahib's practice at that time. But where she got this from, Wallahu alam, but she just started saying this to the person alongside her, and this fell onto the ears of Imam Abu Hanifah rahmatullah alayhi, that this is what is being spoken about him. So he moved on, he carried on walking, but then he carried on walking and thinking to himself that if this is what people are thinking about me, does it behove of me to behave differently? That people are thinking that I'm making ibadat the whole night and I'm not doing so. This is not a good thing. Meaning the good that people, Allah Ta'ala has put some good in the heart, though this is now, wherever this person got this information from, but they are thinking I'm very pious, that I make ibadat the whole night. So outwardly people are thinking about me like this, and within I'm not like this. This is not in order. This is not consistent. So ever since he began performing ibadat the entire night, from that moment, from the time he overheard this, and this practice continued for 40 years till he passed away. Now the lesson for us is, this was on a very, very high level, that people were thinking he was involved in some nafil ibadat the entire night, and he could not accept it that he is not doing so when people are thinking in this manner of him, thinking positively of him, and he is not according to this. Now the lesson for us is, mashallah, we have been blessed with this opportunity that we are in a institution of Deen. We are becoming Hafiz of the Quran Sharif. We are becoming Alims of Deen. So people see us and they have a certain thought about us in their hearts and minds. It's obvious, they see us in a certain appearance, certain attire, or they know something about us, that we are studying, we are becoming Hafiz of the Quran Sharif, we are becoming Alims of Deen. So now when this is the good thought people have put, Allah Ta'ala has put in the hearts of people about us, if our lives, let alone what is on a very high level of excessive nawafil, if our lives are not in accordance to Allah Ta'ala's commands, in terms of the fundamentals, our salah, our other amal, and staying away from haram and sin, the kind of manner that we portray in public, is that the way we portray in privacy as well? Is that how we conduct ourselves away from the sight of people? Now people have this, Allah Ta'ala has out of His grace covered our faults, and Allah Ta'ala has put this in the hearts of people. So we need to live up to that. What Allah Ta'ala has out of His grace hidden of our faults, and Allah Ta'ala has put this good thoughts in the hearts of people. So this is a ni'mat, not something to be proud about. It's a ni'mat, but now we have to make the effort to live up to it, and live up to better than it. That as people think we are good, not for the sake of people, for the sake of Allah Ta'ala, we should try to become better. We should try to become better than what people think about us, and not for the sake of people. Because ultimately we have to face Allah Ta'ala. People don't know what's going on in our private lives. Allah Ta'ala knows, but Allah Ta'ala is aware of what goes in our hearts and minds, how we conduct ourselves privately, how we conduct ourselves publicly. Allah Ta'ala is aware. So that is what we have to be conscious about all the time, That Allah Ta'ala is aware of what I'm saying, how I'm saying it, what I'm doing, how I'm conducting myself, what's my akhlaq all about. All this is in the knowledge of Allah Ta'ala. Allah Ta'ala give us tawfiq.
अल्लाह अल्लाह कैसा प्यारा नाम है, आशिकों का मीना और जाम है।